Babes, I am on tour right now with the guys. Tickets are available at impracticaljokerslive.com. A bunch of cities up there. Cities always being added. This weekend, starting tonight, we are in Niagara Falls. Tomorrow, March 10th, at the Prudential Center in Newark. Saturday in Wallingford, Connecticut. And Sunday at UBS Arena in Belmont. Later on in the month, we got Green Bay, Milwaukee, Rosemont. Then we're heading over to Seattle, Portland, where we added the show. So on and so forth. Bangor, Maine. Extra show in Boston is added. All right now on practicaljokerslive.com. And the show is on every single Thursday night, 10 o'clock Eastern on TBS and True TV. All new episodes, season 10. Check it out. We love you.
Babe, I appreciate it. New York City, Radio City, Music Hall sold out in just 10 days on September 22nd. So we've added a show September 23rd at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Those tickets are on sale at christycomedy.com. New York City, come on out. Most of my shows, thank you so much, are sold out. The ones that aren't are Fort Myers, Florida, coming up in March 16th, next week. Then we have March 29th. One of the shows at West Palm Beach has tickets available. Austin, Texas, that's sold out. April 13th, San Antonio, Texas, we have tickets available. The Late Show, May 5th in Buffalo has tickets. May 6th in Ithaca has tickets. And that's it. So I appreciate it. Go get the tickets in New York City, theater at MSG. It's going to be fun. And we got special guests that I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to see it to believe it. And I have a show on Vice that's out now. It's called the Super Maximum Retro Show every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe.
Baby, I'm always there when you call. I'm always on time. Gave you my all. Hey, baby, mine.
You know the one who... Come on, baby. Get your late night lover. The one that come on and swing dick like no other. Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
You think he talks like that in his... Like, you just like he talks like that in his regular life?
Well, I think if you saw...
Can I get a deposit slip?
Well, Ja Rule, he was in that documentary about Firefest.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I noticed that he only got a little raspy when he was backed into a corner with a question. Like, they'd be like, oh, Ja Rule, like, did you have anything to do with, the accounting? He says, like, no, I didn't. Like, very normally, like, well, we have a check here that has your name. And it's like, that ain't mine. My shit was forged. Babe, so here's the thing, is I've fully decided, I've committed to going for it.
You're like Father Guido Sarducci or something like that. It's crazy.
But what I know, like, we're all about being, but I feel like I've made a choice, and I feel happy with this, is I'm going to do this till the wheels fall off, and I'm just going to keep going and keep pushing until I realize that I've went too far.
Yeah, you're going to do it till the wheels fall off that old Cadillac.
Yes.
That big tank of a Cadillac that they used to blow up in, like, Goodfellas.
But I think
that's your like the personification of that Cadillac.
But is it okay that I feel good like this?
I love it, bro.
Yeah, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
You do you. And at different times in our life, we have different styles, different feelings.
Yeah.
Follow that.
That's what I'm trying to do. I
feel like it's pulling something out of you as well.
Yes, because I feel like I have more fun on stage. I'm free. I'm happier. But I do think the glasses, I'm going to start doing the glasses every other week.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the glasses every week.
Yeah, because then it almost becomes like a uniform.
Yeah, then it becomes like I have to wear these.
Right.
So for the next episode...
You've been doing glasses on stage?
I do the glasses all day.
Do you ever do sets without even mentioning the glasses, though?
I used to, same bits, Jeffrey Dahmer, these are my dad's, whatever. But now, when I went on stage 2 or 3 nights ago, I did not address it.
That's the shit right there.
And I just went out there and I
Because then that's you.
Right. This is who I am.
You're not being like, I'm trying these out.
Yeah.
Like, make it like a joke. The clothes, I noticed, have taken a turn. Now, did you have these, or are you finding stuff in your closet that fit the bill, or did you go out and do like a quick once over and get a new like retro wardrobe?
I said, well, this shirt, I said, I want to dress like homeless pimp today. And because it's got a zipper at the bottom. This is actually called Paul Fredericks, and there was an ad on Instagram that I bought this shirt for like $50 on Instagram, bought it. And what I actually have been doing though is going back. I've been actually researching. I've been going back into old family photos that I have and seeing what my dad used to wear in the early 90s, late 80s. Things that, he was not necessarily, like he was just the everyday fashion. He wasn't necessarily a fashionable guy.
Right.
And then, so he had a shirt, not a shirt like this, but there's a sweater I bought. I saw a similar sweater he had.
I saw that sweater, bro.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a throwback right there.
Yeah, throwbacks, baby. Carlo Colucci is a big brand I've been going on this site called Grailed, where they...
I know Grailed.
Grailed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so Grailed. So which by the way, they're shipping their clothes from the Ukraine, so I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how they're getting
Grailed
things
is
in and out of
located
a war
in
zone.
Ukraine?
Grailed, every time I order a piece from Grailed, it says your package is in Kiev. And I get a message from FedEx that says, due to whatever circumstances, we can't guarantee the safety of your package. I said, I bet you can.
Yeah. You're like, let me get this shirt, and then right at checkout, it's like, due to ballistic missile strike, package maybe 3 to 5 days late. No, yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, I got some stuff for you, man, because my nickname is Sally Retro, because the only way I dressed for like 4 years of college is with all old clothes like that, shirts like that. I was and also in the mid '90s there was this like swing movement. Okay, not like have sex with friend's neighbor. Like,
you can if you want to.
You can, but it was like swing, like music, dancing, the revival. It was that swing revival.
Yeah.
Well, I was always heavy into that stuff, so a lot of that kind of clothing came out, and like that.
So you have a lot of these things.
Whatever I saved, but from college I have fucking leisure suits and stuff.
Why did you decide to then get out of the Sally Retro phase and go into more now, Sally present?
Yeah, it was just, it was just...
You grow out of it.
Just to that, to
Which
this.
is
Now
what will happen to me.
I'm into streetwear right now.
Right.
I used to be a little bit more buttoned up. I just go where the fashion takes me.
See, that's what I like is you go where the fashion takes you, which is the name of this episode. And I think that a lot of people... I was never a guy. First of all, I don't know much about. I'm not a fashion guy. I just said I'm just going to go with what makes me feel comfy, and I feel comfortable in this shirt, and I feel like I'm playing for the Golden State Warriors.
You do. Yeah. And the chain, is that new?
The chain is new.
It is.
It's I said
You went to a jeweler for that.
No,
is that costume or real?
No. What does costume mean?
Not real. Like fake jewelry. Like,
well, I got it from a site called Jackson, so I don't know if that's.
But did you pay did it say it was 14 karat gold, or
it was $220.
It's probably plated or costume. I don't know.
Yeah,
it plays very nice. I like it.
Yeah,
and I see you wore the black guinea tee.
Yes, I did.
Underneath.
Now this
is very Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
/ Daddy-O.
Yeah. Well, my mother, shout out my mom, told me, this is an exact quote from my mom, because I was wearing a black guinea tee last week when I was just at the house with my daughter, and my mother said, she goes, honey, you look good in the guinea tees now. You finally got your clavicles back. I said, well, clavicle's a bone. Never lost it. Right. If I had no clavicles, my head would roll off my shoulders. She goes, but that's what she said. She goes, you finally got your clavicles back. I think what she meant was you've lost enough weight now where your shoulders look
your shoulder meat.
She said she did say
shoulder meat's gone.
She finally did say you got your clavicles back. Yeah. I was like, okay.
How Chrissy got his clavs back.
Chrissy got his clavs back.
Yeah.
And so
Stella, she got her groove back, and then there's a sequel. Yeah. She got it back. And then what happened in the second one? She still had it. She lost it again. And had to get it back again. Was it someone else that got their groove back in the second one? Shout out Stella.
Shout out Stella got a groove back. Shout out Whitney Houston. If you remember, the song from that was Shoop Badoop. No, not Shoop Badoop. It was Whitney Houston's Shoop song.
Well, Shoop is
Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Peps.
But Whitney Houston. What is Whitney Houston's song for Stella got a groove back? Wasn't it? No, that was from The Bodyguard.
Okay.
We'll always.
Oh, what about? Oh, I know. I mean, it's not right.
But it's no. This it's Waiting to Exhale was the song. How Stella got a groove.
Oh, doesn't that start with a? Doesn't it?
Does it?
An exhale?
I forgot. I can't believe I'm
Waiting to Exhale a movie.
Song. Is Waiting to Exhale a movie?
Yeah.
By the way. Waiting to Exhale is a movie. This is okay.
Well,
Whitney Houston had a song from Waiting to Exhale, not in Stella Got Her Groove Back. I apologize. I mixed up Stella Got Her Groove Back and Waiting
maybe
to
it's
Exhale,
both Angela Bassett.
and that's not because that's just genuinely I just made a mistake.
It's all right.
And it happens.
Don't pick yourself up over it.
Now, here's something I've noticed about Sal, and here's why I think Sal is, a human that's just kind of just does things the right way. Little nuances about Sal are when you get to know him, you realize like, okay, you have to start living in kind of how what WWSD, what would Sal do?
Okay.
Sal is here now. I would assume for
Can't
a
wait
few
to hear
hours.
Yeah.
In going to be a few hours in New York City. He brought his lunch from home, which is, by the way, big thing to do. Big thing to do. But what most people don't do, and what they wish they did and they don't do, but what Sal, now I've seen the second time he's done, Sal comes, if he's going to be in the city for a day, he brings his toothbrush with him. Mm-hmm. And Sal brushes his teeth in public places, and that's why he's fit, he's fresh, and he has good teeth.
Yeah, I didn't always do that, but I started.
Yeah, well, I think it's one of those big improvements.
I do it in the day and in the night. But now I bring the toothbrush with me because you never know.
Literally, all disease enters through the mouth. No disease is going to get through your mouth. It's too clean.
Now with Crest on the case.
Yeah.
Shout out Crest.
Shout out
Shout out Colgate. Shout out all the big ones. Tom's.
All the big ones.
Tom's is trying to get in there. All natural. Sometimes it doesn't work. The deodorant, suspect.
Yeah.
The toothpaste, pretty good.
I got to be honest with you. I love everything Tom stands for, how they give back, the shoes. Every time I use that deodorant, I smell worse.
Wait, Tom's shoes is the same as Tom's deodorant and toothpaste?
I would think that they're... No. Veneti is shaking her head. No, Veneti, who's very plugged in to the charity movement.
Yeah.
Is Tom's...
I love everything that they do with
are
their
they different?
shoes and their deodorant.
Oh, one is Tom's of Maine.
And one's Tom's
Kennebunk, Maine sounds like a fun place.
Kennebunkport? Is that what it is?
It says the company is based in Kennebunk, Maine.
Isn't that like isn't that something with presidents? I always used to hear that, like Kennebunkport, Maine. Kennebunk, Maine.
Maine is a beautiful state that I feel like we don't talk about enough, and I'd like to dedicate more time to it.
Poland Springs, what it means to be from Maine. I'm going to Bangor, Maine.
Really?
Yes, sir. April 27th. I'll be there on tour. Never been.
Bangor, Maine.
Bangor,
Bangor,
and
Maine.
then the next night, Boston, and the next night, Boston. Added a show, April 28th. Northeast.
Sally Northeast.
Yeah.
Sally New England.
Bangor, have you been?
I've never been to Bangor, Maine. Too fun. Here's some facts about Maine. The capital is Augusta. It's of course our most northern state.
Augusta, Maine.
Augusta, Maine is the capital of Maine. It was almost Canada almost engulfed Maine and just took Maine as its own state, but we fought hard for Maine because we wanted their lobsters and their trees, and they got a lot of.
We fought Canada?
No, we didn't fight Canada, but Canada wanted to take Maine. They wanted Maine.
But would they tell? Would they send an email?
We kind of
who talked to?
At some point in history. I forgot who the president was at that time. At some point in history, one of the presidents said, "You can't have Maine."
They were like, "Can we have Maine?" And they were like, "No,
we're going to give Maine.
Okay,
we're gonna keep Maine."
And Maine was like, "We don't. Whoever, we're not getting involved."
Yeah. They're like, we're just having fun.
Yeah. What goes on in Maine? Seafood?
Seafood. A lot of skiing. Summer. A lot of people sleep on Maine in the summer. Maine is one of the most beautiful wildlife. There's moose up there. It's like a natural preserve.
Oh, the moose come over from Canada.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't care. The moose don't give a fuck about your borders.
Moose don't give a shit. It's like a honey badger.
They don't give a shit.
Let me ask you a question. If a moose was in your purview, you're running. Moose is dangerous. Yeah, a moose will fuck you up big.
You don't want to run. I'm just gonna take a guess. I think that a moose is. I think that you need to stay still for a moose. Am I wrong on that?
Let's watch this woman.
They are so big. Moose are so big. They're like prehistoric. Have you ever seen that video of the moose walking down the street in Alaska?
That's insane.
And it's twice as big as a Chevy Suburban.
Yes. Let's see this woman get attacked by one.
I saw a moose in Colorado. Like, I swear to God, I swear to Christ, I saw a moose in Colorado on the street.
They're here? Moose are in the United States?
No, in the United States, yeah. I saw a moose. I think it was, we were out. No, it wasn't Colorado. Where the hell was I? Sundance, Utah. We were in Utah.
Oh, I can see
Sundance, Utah, and we saw a moose, and they had it all cautioned off, and I swear to Christ, it was a moose sitting in front of a Barnes & Nobles. And It was just sitting there. It was a female moose, and they had to call it like environment protection was there to try to convince the moose to
You know what you just made me laugh too? You did what most of my mom does. You make everything plural. Because I think it's Barnes and Noble. You were like, he was in front of that Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah.
My mom does that. She's like, we're going to Targets.
Wait, did we see? Oh, it played. We didn't see it. I want to see it. Here we go. Okay, this is a moose attacking a woman in Anchorage, Alaska, which is not the capital. Juneau.
Oh my God. I think he just stomped her. Look.
I don't even see the woman.
Behind a snowbank.
You see the woman?
No, she's right behind.
Not that I see gender.
Here. Yeah.
The lady goes, hey. Wait, get up. It's hard to tell what's going on here. But a moose is dangerous. A moose is known as dangerous, right?
Yes.
Like if you see a moose, steer clear.
Run. I think that it's one of them. I can't remember. It's either a bear, a moose, or a T-Rex. You have to stay still.
Maybe all the above. A moose.
Right.
Is it a man? Is a female moose a moose? Like, do they all have the antlers, or they don't have it when it's a baby? What's a baby moose?
I think a male moose has the antlers. A female moose doesn't have the antlers. That's what I would think.
But I've never seen a moose without antlers. That would look silly.
The moose that was in front of the Barnes and Nobles didn't have antlers, and it had very, very skinny legs. What about this? You ready for this? Tell me
9.
What's the difference? 9 feet. And the front hoof width is 5 inches for a prime bull, 4 inches for a cow. Okay, so the bull, by the way, did you know that? Did you ever realize that, Sal? That every time we eat a meat, we're eating a female. Cows are female. Bulls are male. So you're never eating bull meat. You're only eating cow meat.
I think I've realized that a couple times in my life and keep forgetting. So I never think of that when I eat it. You just reminded me that that's the case, and that's insane.
That's insane because that I don't know why the feminists don't talk about that a little bit.
We only eat the female.
We only eat the female
Every steak
cows,
at a
and
steak-
how is that fair?
Every steak at unless it's bison. Is it bison?
Bison, but that might be female bison. How many
Wait, so-
female animals do we need to eat?
Wait, we don't eat bull?
I don't think we eat bull.
What do we do with bull?
I think
What do we do with bull?
Bull is just used to impregnate cows.
You're shitting me right now.
I'm telling you.
A bull does nothing.
Males intended for meat are routinely castrated. Okay. But this is poultry. I think that we're only eating female cows. How about this? I'll take it one step further. What is the difference between a sheep and a lamb?
Oh, I'll do this all day long because I got no clue. Also a goat. A sheep and a lamb, no clue. They both go baa?
I don't know what a sheep is.
goes baa.
Yeah.
But a goat, doesn't a goat go
A goat goes, eh. But a goat, I think there's just female goats and male goats. Here, sheep versus lamb. The word lamb is, lamb is a young baby sheep. So when you eat lamb, when you eat venison, you're eating the baby. You're just eating the baby.
So when they say lamb's wool, they're shearing that sheep when it's young. They don't say sheep's wool.
Right.
The word sheep is used to refer to a domestic animal that's kept for its wool.
We're in March. It's coming in like a lion, going out like a lamb.
What does that imply? That a lamb is gentle?
That the weather
wool is
lion.
soft?
I think that what it's implying is that the
Ferocious weather coming in.
ferocious, just like a lion.
Rain.
A lot of rain,
Coming out
freezing
more
cold,
subtle.
more subtle, like a lamb. That's what I think it means. I didn't have any point to that.
How
It's
does
just
the
we're in
Lamb
March.
of God take away the sins of the world? God had a lamb, and this lamb... I say stuff growing up in Catholicism that never really clicks.
The Lamb of God takes away the
Lamb of
sins
God,
of the
you take
world.
away the sins of the world, grant us peace?
Yeah. Grant us peace and
Is there a
serenity.
powerful pet lamb running around up there that we didn't really identify?
Yeah, why don't we use a lamb more like in, like therapy?
Who's the Lamb of God? Is there only one? God had a lamb?
God had a little baby lamb. Well, God's so old, that must be a sheep by now.
Right.
It had to have grown up.
Right. God had a baby sheep.
God had a baby. Well, no, a baby sheep is called a lamb.
Right. So you think sometimes you would hear baby sheep, you take away the sins of the world.
But you don't.
Grant us peace, but you don't.
But you don't.
Oh, this bitch.
Yeah, who's this fucking slut?
Lamb chop?
Oh, Lamb Chop.
Yeah.
Lamb Chop, play along. Remember
Is
that?
it?
Then it's
Wait, but that lady's not alive, right? She had a perm 40 years ago.
She had Lamb Chop's play along, half-hour preschool television show was on from 92 to 98. This was before your time. I mean, after your time.
Yeah, I remember her, though, because you can't forget her.
She just got a hysterectomy.
What was her name?
Oh, she died at 65 and
Aw.
she died while she was doing the show.
Like live? Like with her hand in the lamb?
That
What's her name again?
I'm actually hoping.
Sherry Lewis.
She was the best. I remember this woman from my childhood. Right? Don't you guys? Yeah.
She was born Phyllis Naomi Hurwitz. Now, why did she need to change her name from Phyllis to Sherry? Why?
I think that back in that time, like they didn't think like a name like Phyllis Hurwitz would sell.
But Sherry Lewis would?
I guess because
it's
Sherry
more-
Lewis is
yeah.
more like, more common name. I don't know exactly why, but it seemed like the right move for them then. And Sherry Lewis, I think I just saw was married and divorced 2 or 3 times.
I just saw that, and I saw something in there that always baffles me. You ever go on these Wikipedia pages, and you'll see the person's spouse, and sometimes it's like 6 divorces, and you'll see them get divorced in like 82 and then married in 83. It's such a quick turnaround. Like, do you think that you want to marry someone coming off a divorce in less than under a year? You're wed again.
Some people,
that's a red flag.
It's a red flag, and some people, they can't wait to get married. That's all they want to do is they believe in marriage, and they, rather than just being in a relationship where it's boyfriend, girlfriend, they need to get married.
Right.
Which I think that's happening less and less in our society, though, now.
Because you mean to tell me that you're coming off a divorce and you're dealing with all that baggage and soul searching and healing and whatnot, and you're all ready to make a U-turn, locate someone that you think you want to spend the rest of your life with, and make the commitment immediately. Not even like, all right, you might be the new one. I don't know if you're a rebound. You might be. Let's take it slow. We'll get married in a couple of years.
Right.
You're meeting someone saying this is the one again and getting married in under the 1 year from the divorce.
They get a little term called love struck.
Okay.
They get love struck. And then when you get love struck like that, you kind of get into the trap again. Those people that get married, I guarantee you, when they get married and divorced within a year, they're going to fall into the same trap within 5 years. And
It's a pattern. It's behavior.
I mean, think about how many people that you meet that said, "Oh, this is my 4th wife. This is my 3rd husband."
Right.
People are like that.
Yeah.
I think it's happening less and less now, but that's, a big thing back then. People had 3, 4, 5 husbands. I couldn't have that. I could have 1 husband tops.
Yeah, you don't want all that. I just read an article about a guy who had 3 wives, but they're like in regular society. They're not like Mormons or anything. And he's just like,
Isn't
I love
that illegal,
them.
though?
They love me. He's like, we love it.
I thought that was illegal.
Black dude, 3 white chicks. That's probably not illegal.
That's not
Can't say
illegal.
nothing.
Sounds like a porn.
Yeah.
But
They were genuine, like, and I'm like, how do you get into that scenario?
What about think about the stress and drama. What about the guy who's got a wife and then a girlfriend with a family on the side? What about, how does that guy live his life? I knew a guy. You ready?
Yes.
You ready for what I'm about to tell you?
Yes.
I knew a guy.
You remind me of a guy that I once knew. See your face whenever. Is that Ursher?
Ursher. I look.
That was a fun fad.
you.
Putting the R's and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Ludacris.
Ursher.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. I knew a guy. What I'm about to tell you is 100,000% true. It sounds like it could be made up. It is as factual as facts can be. When people say facts, this is facts.
You sound like Seinfeld talking about Keith Hernandez. When he's like, here I go. I meet this guy, this great guy. Good.
Facts. I knew a guy who, I didn't know him direct, but I knew of the story.
Facts. I knew a guy. I didn't know him direct.
He had his wife pregnant, okay, which is, that happens.
Prove it.
Prove it. Allegedly. He had his wife pregnant, okay. He got then his girl on the side pregnant.
Okay.
They were due to give birth.
He ejaculated in both.
He ejaculated
At the
in
right
both.
times.
Did not pull
At the
out.
right time. Small window.
Small window.
And everything went ahead.
Somehow, because guess what? He must have been near the Lamb of God, and the Lamb of God gave him
the baby sheep of God.
Baby sheep of God fertility.
Okay.
He had both these women pregnant at the same time with the same due date. Sal.
Same due date?
Same due date. You ready
Wait,
for this?
what?
Ready for this? Went into the hospital the same day, 3 rooms apart. Yes.
This can't be real.
This is fucking
And
real.
he still was trying to hold it back from each other?
He stayed with his wife.
Could you
and
imagine
would go,
what would
When his wife
Wait,
would,
you know? How do you know of this guy?
it's my friend's friend that went through this. He would go with his wife.
Oh, that's
bad. Go with his wife
Yeah.
and be with her and whatever, baby, push,
Also the
push.
kids.
And then go into the other room and try to, deal with that. The
What about the hospital staff?
the hospital knew, and because they didn't want to upset anyone, just dealt with it. Just
Whoa.
it's not their business. Their business is to get the baby out safe. So they knew that if they found out about it, that would put both women in distress mode.
Wow. I don't know how you deal with that. I don't know how you process that. And he's playing with fire. And now what happened? Did it ever come to light?
It was all found out, of course. It was all found out. Everything was discovered.
My hat matches your shirt.
It does.
Go ahead.
His wife divorced him. Fucking women can't just accept shit. His wife divorced him. The other girl, he tried to stay with the other girl.
Babies are miracles.
For a little bit. Two
She
baby
doesn't want
miracles.
she's unhappy with the miracle.
Yeah. And last I heard, he was dating his boss's daughter.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just people like to be in that drama. They like to be in that drama. And who do we save the drama for?
For your mama. For your mama, for your mama.
Everybody's mama.
Save it for your mama.
Even if your mama's dead, I'm going to save it for her dead-ass body.
Yeah. Did you ever say yo mama to someone in earnest?
Did
you ever get caught up and you were heated and you said to someone your mama in earnest?
No, but that would be funny.
Right?
To say like your mother and like that's your actual insult.
Yeah, your mother. Oh,
Yeah.
people used to say that.
Your mother.
Your mother.
Yeah.
And then it's just like fill in the blanks after that.
Right.
They never really, you didn't have to finish it. Your mother was the insult.
Right.
Like your mother, and then imagine anything bad about your mother.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Your mother.
Your mother.
Yeah, people used to say that.
One time I was on the train.
Prove it.
I was like 15 years old, and I heard these kids were arguing. They were friends. These kids were arguing, and one of them said to the other, he goes, "Yo, man, you smell like 1,000 asses in one room." And then the other kid said, "Your mother."
No, he didn't.
Yeah. But he said, "You smell like 1,000 asses in one room."
That's great, man.
Kids are.
People don't say your father. Means nothing. Means nothing.
Yeah.
Your daddy.
Your dad, it doesn't mean anything because, and there's sexism in society.
Right.
We're only eating female animals. We're only dissing your mothers. Everything's about we should start doing your father, and we should start eating the male version of the animal. Oh my God! Speaking of animals, I had a dead raccoon in my backyard. It had eaten poison from the house next door, and it was curled up in a ball like that. And I literally, and my daughter comes back to the backyard. She goes, "Dad, there's a dead sloth in the yard." I was like, "Where do we live, in the rainforest?" I was like, "There's no sloth." So I said out. She goes, "Dad, that's a sloth." I swear.
It's probably in like Ice Age or some shit.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I go back there, and it's a raccoon. And Sal, for the life of me,
She's like, "Dad, there's a red-tailed lemur." Dad, there's a lemur of sorts.
"Dad, there's a woolly mammoth that sounds like Ray Romano dead in the yard." So I Jazz was like, you have to. It's literally in, like, it's by the kid's swing set, like you drop dead. And so I was like, I went out there.
If you would have caught that, you would have caught it being like.
Yeah, it was bad
because that's where it died right there. But right
there.
before it got there, it was walking.
Yeah,
and it was like,
yeah, and then because the house next door is being demolished, so they put poison out. Which I don't know why they need to do that. When you demolish a house, why do you need to put poison and I know because I know that there'll be mice and vermin, but why do you got to poison them? Why can't you just let them go out into the wild?
Yeah, because if you're demolishing the house, there's going to be so much construction and building that. Those things aren't staying there, right?
Yeah, you need to.
Maybe you don't want to. Does demolishing of a house provide some type of cover for these vermin?
I don't know. I have no.
Only when the house is on the. But then they extract all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand. Like, what is the point of having all this poison around? I mean, maybe because they don't want mice to go into other people's houses. I don't know. But I was like, my kids have so many crumbs all over the house. We're getting mice one way or another.
Right.
But
you ever have a mouse in the house?
We had a mouse in the house last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we found mouse droppings, but then we got our kitchen redone, and it's over now. Do you ever have a mouse in the house?
No, in my grandparents I saw a mouse. It freaked the fuck out of me though.
Right.
It was cute and stuff, but it would dart.
Yeah.
And then
well, the thing is, the mice are fine. I can deal with it's just the mouse poop having a little baby. It's so toxic.
Oh yeah.
You can't if the mouse pisses or shits on the toys.
Yeah.
Because all my kid does, she's in the phase right now where she just puts anything in her mouth. So Jazz, like, you have to go get a garbage bag.
How did you do that?
Well,
You
the first
did
thing I did, because I looked at it, I was like, this is going to be tough. I called 311.
Was it a large sucker?
It was a large.
Okay.
It was large. And I called 311. I swear to God, I called 311. I said, hey, how are you? I was like, I have a dead raccoon on my property. So is there someone who could come here and, pick it up? She was like, is it private property? I was like, yes. I'm just being exactly this is exactly how this woman talked. I said, yeah. She goes, we ain't coming on private property. And I said, I totally understand. I said, but there's a dead animal in my backyard. What am I supposed to do? She said, you're supposed to go get a black garbage bag, put on gloves, put it in the black garbage bag, and then put it out in your sanitation, and the sanitation department will take the animal. And I was like, okay. I was like, but what if it's diseased? What if I've never discarded of a dead animal before? She goes, I can't help you, baby. I had it on speaker. Jazz started laughing. She goes, I can't help you, baby. She goes, you pick it up. She goes, here's what you do.
What you should have done?
What?
Shoveled it, put it right in the middle of the street, be like, hello, there's a raccoon in front of my house.
But even that, it was stiff as a board. Yeah. She was like, take it up with Bloom Cafe.
Yeah.
And so
she's like, here's what you have to do, child. Hang up with me, dial Bloom Cafe.
Yeah. And she says,
take it up with them.
And so she goes, here's what you do. She goes, put on gloves. She goes, this is all true.
Put on gloves.
She goes, put on gloves. She goes, yo quiero, hey babe.
You've been using Babel.
That's what it is,
Language
baby.
learning app on your phone that have bite-sized lessons.
Everything.
To suit your needs. They have over 14 languages. It's not done by AI.
Nope.
It's done by linguists, babe.
Yep.
And whether you want to communicate with a new friend, or you're going on vacation, or you just want to brush up.
Yes.
Babel's for you.
Babel's for you. And plus it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. So you can start your new language learning today. And if you don't like it after 20 days, which you will get a 20-day back guarantee. But the catch is they send you the form in the language you were trying to learn. So you got to figure it out.
You really got to brush up on
So,
that. That's a
right?
joke.
Just kidding. They will give you full money back in whatever currency you prefer.
That's it.
That's also another joke. It's U.S. currency, I would assume.
Okay.
Right now, you can get up to 55% off. 55% off. Cinco y Cinco.
That's almost half.
Your subscription when you go to babbel.com/heybabe. That's BABBEL.com/heybabe. 55% off your subscription. Babbel.
Language for life.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You know I have 2 kids.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm thinking about legally changing their names.
Yes. Oh, I got
I'm
it.
thinking about legally changing their names.
Yeah.
What do you have for names for them, for one and the other?
I name one Hello. I name one Fresh.
That's what I was thinking.
America's #1 kids.
Yes, and they're Latino, so you can also go Hola Fresca, same thing.
I love that too.
Hello Fresh.
It's America's #1 meal kit. First,
That's
and
what it
foremost.
is,
Yeah.
and that's what I love about it so much, because I love everything that's #1 in America.
I love the name.
Yeah,
The name is really on point.
Hello
You don't
Fresh.
forget the name. It's cheery. It's light. You get fresh in the name. Hello is kind of kitschy.
You take a bite, you go, oh, Hello Fresh.
Hello Fresh.
Yeah.
Hello Fresh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. First of all, it's made with fresh, wholesome ingredients, which we love here at this show because this is a fresh, wholesome podcast. Delivered to your door, no lines, no booby hassles, just great tasting meals you can whip up and enjoy in the comfort of your own home. Powering up with protein is easier than ever now with HelloFresh. All you got to do is get the Protein Smart meals. They got the bean chili, they have the creamy Dijon dill chicken, 30 grams of protein. You're going to get jacked.
Customize and select your meals. So you could swap out your proteins.
Whatever it is.
You could do a veggie dish.
Yeah.
You can upgrade to organic chickens or organic ground beef.
Yeah. Now, I did listen, here's the thing with HelloFresh is there's just another company that when they give us a deal, we get excited, and then on our ride home, we often question, how the hell does that company make money? Because it seems like they just give all their products away for
How do
free.
you give this kind of deal?
It seems like, because it's insane. Listen to this deal. If you go to HelloFresh.com right now and put in HeyBabe60, so HelloFresh.com/HeyBabe60, and use the code HeyBabe60, you're going to get 60%
Almost
off
half.
plus free shipping. 60% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh.com/HeyBabe60. Use the code HeyBabe60. 60% off plus free shipping. Sal, tell me how they do it.
I don't know, but it's not America's number 2 meal kit. It's
Number
America's
one.
number 1 meal kit.
This is all true.
Put on gloves.
She goes, put on gloves. She goes, put a couple of layers of clothing on you. She was like, take 2 or 3 black garbage bags, wrap them up. She goes, turn them inside out, grab the animal with the bags, and then flip the bags under, just like you. I swear to this is on speaker. Jazz, give her. She goes, just like you're picking up doo-doo after your doggy. That's what she said. He goes, it's the same thing. She was like, and you put it in, and then it's going to be fine, and the sanitation department will throw it out. And I was like, all right. So I said, you know what? I'll do it.
Right.
Gave me confidence to do it. I went out there.
She gave you the confidence.
She actually gave me the confidence to do it. She gave me the confidence to keep these glasses on.
Right.
And I went out there to do it. My whole family's watching me. I got within this distance of it, like say there, and I went, ugh, and I could not do it.
Yeah, because something comes over you.
I couldn't do it. It was like my body was frozen. And Jazz was like, do I have to do it? I was like, I genuinely cannot do this.
Yeah, because you're gonna feel the through the bag, you're gonna feel its bones and fur and stiffness and that rigor mortis.
Literally, what I suggested, here's my suggestion.
Yeah.
I said, it's the winter time, Jazz. I said, what if, I know this is crazy, but just because I can't do it, you can't do it. What if we just get a bunch of, old towels, put it over the body, let it rot, it'll be a skeleton, and then in the summertime, we'll take care of it.
That's not going to work.
She was like, it's going to smell, it's going to be disgusting, it'll explode.
Yeah.
Get it off our property. She was like, this your daughter's play there.
Right.
Get it, and she was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
So I did the only thing I could do. I called our guy, Sean the contractor, and Sean the contractor, who is a real man, came over and he picked it up with his bare fucking hands and put it in a garbage can. I swear to God.
Well, if he's a real man or not, that's not a smart move.
He picked it up by the tail. He had Purell in his pocket. He gave it 2 pumps. Done. Over. He went back to doing the floors.
He Purelled the dead raccoon?
He Purelled his hands after he picked it up barehanded. He was like,
wow.
He said to me, he goes, Chris, don't worry about it. You did the right thing. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I was like, okay, well, that's good. That you think I'm the type of man that could be hurt by a dead raccoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick up a live chicken once.
Really?
It's very unsettling to try to pick up a live chicken.
Because the way they're running around, they're aggressive?
It's like foreign to me. It's just a fowl, and it's essentially not. It's a wild animal.
We don't have to bring patriotism into this.
Sure.
Right.
But it's got claws. It's erratic. It's not domesticated.
Right.
It's weird. They're weird. Birds are weird.
Birds are, but so it's amazing. Like,
and they don't want to be picked up.
No.
And they're light, but they're not. But then there's feathers, but there's bones, and there's beaks and
the
eyes
fact when
and claws.
like think about like our grandma, especially from the Latino side, like the Puerto Rican grandma abuelita.
Yeah.
Grab it, cut its fucking
Abuelita.
throat, eat it for dinner that night.
Probably just take a bite out of it like a goddamn apple.
Why the hell not? Like Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Do you
that.
ever pick up a chicken?
No, I don't think I couldn't pick up I don't even like to pick up a cat or even dogs. I don't like to pick up animals. I'm not, and I don't hate animals, but somebody's saying birds aren't real. What does that mean?
Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory online that some kids saying that all birds are not real.
They're drones?
Something along those lines. It's a conspiracy theory. Some people think it's a joke.
Satirical.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It would be interesting if we are in a simulation in an advanced society like some people think we are, that birds could be a thing that was like when you watch the Hunger Games, it's like all that stuff looks real, but they were kind of creating an idea where it's like, what if birds aren't just manufactured in a lab? How would you ever seen? I've never seen a bird give birth.
No. Well, they come out of the eggs.
I had one for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They come out of that. And then you ever see the mom feed it? It's wild. She like throws food right down their gullet.
Really?
She's like, boom, shoves
Bang.
it down.
Dude, you ever see?
And then once that bird is like, can do this, it's like, all right, take it easy.
It's done.
And then it kind of comes back. Let me ask you
Chris Rock had a good bit in his latest special about that. Birth control. Chris Rock had a good bit about that.
What?
One of the bits was, I thought Chris Rock's latest special, the Netflix Live special, he had 2 really good bits, which I liked. The bird bit, the one bit was about how he, I think this was Chris Rock. Did he do the bit about how we're humans, we're the only ones that have to raise our kids for 18 years. We're like a bird on day 2, and he just fucking goes, fly, motherfucker.
I think that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I liked his we were talking before, I liked his, the premise of a corporation being woke is done by a lot of comics,
Right.
but his joke specifically about it, I thought was
one
unique, where
was
he
it?
said, Lululemon selling $100
that was
$100
great, man.
yoga pants that are not racist.
You hate
He goes,
somebody.
he goes, you hate somebody. He goes, I'd rather buy a $25 pair of
right.
racist yoga
Yeah.
pants that's when you walk say the N-word. I was like, that was a good fucking bit.
That was a good bit. Yeah, that was a good bit.
Yeah, I didn't. But but those bits. Why did I start talking about that?
Oh, because
the bird. We're talking about birds.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You can come back as an animal. Talk to me about it. It could be any animal. Do you want the power of flight? Do you want to be a turtle and live 130 years? Do you want to be a bear and nobody can fuck you up?
Right.
Do you want to be a dog because his man's best friend? Great life, but it's only 14 years, like 12 years. Like, what do you choose?
You know what I actually would think I would want to be? I think if I could be any animal, I do think I'd like to have flight, because a lot of, some people say, oh, would you want to be a shark? Would you want to be a whale? I don't want to only see the ocean. I want to have the opportunity to see the ocean and the land. So, but I think what I would
Nobody see him more than a bird.
And here's the thing: nobody see more than a bird. And here's the thing: is I love, me. I'm New York City. I love New York City. I want everything to be about New York City. I love this city so much. I'd come back as a pigeon.
Oh, wow.
As a New York pigeon.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to see the city. I'm going to be in and out of the city. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be thugged out. I'm going to be a little grimy. I'm going to be like kind of in and out. Like I'm going to be a New York pigeon. And just be careful. I'll be safe. I'll look both ways. I'll try not to get hit by a bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
You
would
ever kill
do?
a pigeon by accident?
I drove over a pigeon
You
once.
did. It didn't move in time.
No, they didn't move in time.
Something else.
I hit a cat too once.
I did too.
You did, right?
Yeah.
You ever hit a deer?
I killed a cat. Never hit a deer.
You sure the cat's dead?
I watched it die. I
And you
might
ran
have
over
told
it?
you this. No, I hit it and then I put it in a box. It was blind. Not even blind. It had no eyeballs.
Because you knocked them out?
No. No, it was a neighborhood cat, and it ran across the street, and I hit it, and people were sitting in front of their house. I thought I told the story.
With the car, you hit it.
I was going to Palmer Video to rent a video.
Shout out Palmer Video.
With my high school girlfriend and my little sister in the back seat, and I was driving a Plymouth K Reliant car. It was a brown car, and I was going down Lyndhurst Avenue, and a cat jutted out, and I slammed on the brakes, but I went boom, 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 and I looked, and I saw it in the rear view, like being like, fuck, like I messed up. First of all, heart sank. Got out of my car immediately, ran up to it. People were sitting. It was the summertime. People were sitting outside their front lawns.
Which was a great time, by the way. I hope that this summer in New York, the old ladies, the old people get the lawn chairs out and sit in
on
front
your
of the house.
lawn. Make the front lawn a destination again.
Please. There used to be a concert on my block called Tuneful Tuesdays, where they would have bands come and play 60s music in the Ridgewood Savings Bank parking lot. And all the old ladies would sit out.
I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
I love when people sat in front and everyone's talking to each other and you walk by and who's
it's
doing
beautiful.
what.
I want to go back to that life.
Me too.
And if you want to go back to that life, watch Super Maximum Retro Show on Vice TV, 10 p.m. on
what day?
Tuesdays.
Okay.
Just came out.
That's right. Check your local listings.
The Dead Cat.
Yeah, they gave me a box and a blanket, and they said,
My cat in a box.
A cat in a box, girl. See, I want to know.
I got a dead cat in a box.
It's my cat in a box.
Girl.
That's like a female version. My cat in a box. Get it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, they said you didn't do anything wrong. The cat is a neighborhood cat that we all take care of, but it's blind. It ran out in front of you. And I put the cat in a blanket. Oh, man.
Wait, so you did pick up a dead animal then, or a dying animal?
I don't
How could you
remember
do
if
that?
I picked it up or someone picked it up.
I don't think you picked it up, because if you can't, because
No,
you and I are
didn't,
very
yeah.
similar like that. I'm telling you, when
Yeah,
you
I
get
didn't
near a
pick it
dead
up.
body or you something freezes, and I feel like you have that same freeze.
I felt the worst I've ever felt hitting this cat. And it was still alive, and right by where the video store was, literally down the block, was a vet.
Fuck.
And I went to the vet, and I didn't tell you this story.
Was it purring? Was it like bleeding out? Like what?
It wasn't doing anything. It was laying there kind of like...
It was dying.
Maybe in shock. It was terrible. And I went into the vet, and I didn't want to tell them that I hit it.
Right.
And so I was just like, I saw the guy in front of me hit this cat. And I just wanted to do the right thing. And I think, obviously and he looked at the cat and he's like, we're going to have to put the cat down.
He knew.
Yeah. And he goes, you could tell he didn't believe me and he thought I hit it. And he was right. And he goes, well, we're going to have to put the cat down. I said, okay, well, God bless everything. And he said, he goes, we incur the cost of this.
We literally are not sitting here today having the fun we're having the success we're having as beautiful skin as you have without ShipStation.
Nah, not even close.
ShipStation, if you're running an online business and you don't have ShipStation, then you're not really running a business.
Correct.
You're not running a business that's profiting, I'll tell you that much, because ShipStation literally makes the hassle, the everyday hassle of sending out orders so simple. ShipStation does it all for you. They make ship happen.
You use it across all platforms.
Whatever.
You make sure you get the lowest price possible.
I don't care.
This was you couldn't do this before us. I don't believe this is revolutionary in my opinion.
The other day, Valentia came into the office. She was 20 minutes early. I said, "How'd you get here?" She said, "ShipStation."
So they're
I got
doing
shipped.
everything.
1, 2, 3.
In a landscape where free and fast shipping is the norm, it can be hard for smaller e-commerce businesses to compete. Keep yourself competitive with ShipStation, babe.
Yeah, and you get up to 84% off. I was born in 1984. 84% off USPS and UPS rates. The USPS, I like it, but it just throws me because it's a new term, USPS.
USPS,
right?
no, United States
always been a
Postal
thing?
Service. I think that's been around for quite some time. But the point, though, is that they use every marketplace on one dashboard.
It's so
who's better
easy.
than you? You're not going. You're just going right there. Like, this is you.
Literally 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life.
What does that tell you?
Right now, it tells me that I must go to ShipStation.com, put in the promo code HeyBabe, because I'm going to get a free 60-day trial when I do that. Free 60 days. All you got to do is go to ShipStation.com, put in the promo code HeyBabe. I mean, what else are you waiting for?
I'm not. You get.
I'd give you a smack if you don't do it.
That's right, and I would deserve it. So if you'd like to donate anything to put toward it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, that guy that hit it though, I was like, you know what, I want to do the right thing. I was in college. I had no money. I had my Discover card on me.
That's
it.
It
had a $500 limit.
Right.
I remember it.
And Lethal Weapon 3, which was overdue.
Which was overdue, and that's per day.
Per day. So you really got to get.
And they charge you a full rental.
Yeah,
a full rental price.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I go, I guess I could try to help, and I gave him my Discover card. And he goes, "How much would you like to put on that?" And I was like, $25. And he ran $25 on my Discover card, and then he said, "Hold on." He went in, put the cat to sleep, came out, gave me the death certificate.
So you have the dead cat's death certificate.
I do, and I felt really bad. It was like a formal little thing they do, and on the name it said Stray. And I just, to this day, I really feel.
Do you still have the death certificate?
I'm sure I have it because I fucking save everything.
You should get the death certificate, the dead goldfish, all the dead animal things you have. You should get it and put it in a certain area of your home. This is the dead animal zone of your house.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Why not?
Yeah,
Right?
I'll do that.
I think that's a nice
I'll do
idea.
that.
We'll film it. You know where it's perfect to put?
Where?
Patreon.
Yeah, we're going to check the Patreon.
Yeah, that's what we'll have. I think when you kill an animal, see,
But you're coming back as a bird.
I'm gonna come back as a bird, but let me tell you
What about a condor? What's a condor? Is a condor?
What's a condor?
You never hear about a condor, right?
No.
You hear about a hawk.
Yeah.
You hear about a vulture. Those are
are
gross.
disgusting.
Fuck those.
They eat
Fuck
dead bodies.
vultures.
They would eat stray.
Yeah.
Little stray.
An eagle.
An eagle's called very American.
What bird lives the longest of those big like predator birds?
Predator bird.
Dude, a condor is something.
You know that they're bringing back what bird are they bringing back from the dinosaur age? They're bringing it, not a pterodactyl. They're bringing back the dodo bird.
And the woolly mammoth was
And
announced,
the woolly mammoth,
yeah.
but the dodo bird is officially back.
Oh, then we gotta stop saying that.
What?
You can't say like he went out like the dodo bird.
No.
That's the whole thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's like the dodo bird. The way he went the way of the dodo bird. People say that, which is like he's not around anymore.
Because the dodo bird really does look like what you would think a dodo is. It's got a fucking shitty.
What is it? What does a dodo bird look like?
A dodo bird.
We got no signal here.
Yeah, I got no signal. HMN1, no signal. Is it on?
Is it on with a question mark?
Yeah, the TV's kind of talking shit. It's like, are you even on?
Hey, dumbass.
Here we go. We got Venetia pressing the buttons. Venetia is also hungover. So is Pimp. Pimp's on edibles. We had great edibles at the premiere party. We had the premiere party from my Vice show last night at Joyface. Food, sandwiches catered by Joe DeRosa. He's got new sandwiches at Joey Rose's. Now he's got hot sandwich, chicken cutlet, and they are phenomenal.
It's cold. It's a cold chicken cutlet.
Is it cold?
Yeah.
But it is phenomenal. That chicken cutlet.
What's on that shit?
Chicken cutlet, cheese, some type of special sauce, right? It was awesome.
I forget, but it was good. It was really good.
I ate like 5 of them. That was good. And then Joey Rose is I said this on another episode, but Joey Rose I think is the only person in history to cater the premiere party for the TV show he's a part of. I don't think anyone's ever done that in history.
Oh, yeah,
he
right, 'cause
served
he
the
was on it.
sandwiches to the show that he was on.
Oh yeah, the dodo bird looks
so the dodo
The
bird-
dodo bird is wild.
Dodo bird's coming back. So do you think, my question to you is, do you think that A, they will bring back dinosaurs and we're living in that time, or B, they already have and they just keep it in a secret place?
Ooh, man, you think they genetically engineered dinosaurs?
Well,
again?
if they can get dodo birds
But what
back,
would be
they
the
can get
point?
anything
What
back.
would be the point of them genetically engineering a dinosaur? To what end?
Tourism. Same thing as Jurassic
Yeah,
Park,
the
right?
woolly mammoth's gonna come back, and they're building like a zoo in Antarctica to kind of keep them to see what happens. I don't know. It's confusing.
A
Yeah.
zoo in Antarctica. Oh, because woolly mammoth.
Yeah,
Right.
but a woolly mammoth, I mean, is still same thing. But I mean, fucking around with a T-Rex.
Yeah,
and
you
being
can't
like
do
it's
that.
it's $2 off for seniors and children under 5.
Yeah,
Not going to do that.
No,
Would you guys eat dinosaur?
I ate alligator.
I don't have
That's
any,
dinosaur.
I don't have a need.
You don't have any.
I
You ever
had,
have
I had
alligator?
fried alligator once. It was fried. It tasted like fried.
Yeah. I had alligator once. Mine, it tasted like a chicken. Like it just kind of tasted
Did you
like.
hear about the alligator they found in Prospect Park?
Yeah.
Emaciated.
Yeah.
Someone just dumped it in there. They had it as a pet. I think it was like less than like 70% of its weight. It's a shame. They also found a bathroom stopper in his stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. A bathroom
It happens.
stopper?
Yeah,
Oh, like to stop
plug-
the door?
No, like the bathtub stopper, like a bathtub
Ah, okay.
drain, the drain plug.
Like
Yeah.
an internal butt plug? Like it was caught?
Well, I don't think it was an internal alligator butt plug, but it was definitely the plug that you stop the drain with. A dodo bird is people used to, as an insult. My mom would say that sometimes. I swear to God, I remember her being like, you dodo bird.
You know,
This guy's a real dodo bird.
it's weird. It's weird because, it's
fun.
interesting that parents do that because my dad used to call people turkeys. He was like, you turkey.
I love
He
that.
would call people turkey and then he would call people snowballs. He'd be
Snowballs?
like, turkey. He'd be like, this guy's a freaking turkey. And he'd be like, look at this snowball over here.
What
And I
is
was
a snowball?
I don't know, but he would call people a turkey and a
Is
snowball.
that like, did he predate Snowflake?
Wow. Maybe he did, but I know he would call people turkeys all the time.
Like a fat white guy he called a snowball? What was snowball?
No, he just like somebody cuts him off in traffic. He'd either call him a turkey or a snowball.
That's really funny.
yeah.
Snowball. That's pretty funny. Turkey's great.
Calling somebody a Nancy's funny too.
What did this guy say on? I heard this guy insult someone. He goes, "Oh, I heard this guy go. He was fighting with some guy in the street, or whatever, and the guy walked away and he went, "Get out of here, short stack."
You're just an IHOP
Yeah,
pancakes.
short stack is so funny.
Here's the thing that's fundamentally changed about
Penguin
me.
might be nice.
Here's the thing that's I used to for a long time, and I'm just going to be honest with you because that's the thing. When you change your style, you change your look. You get a little bit more honest. What I've
You feel more closer to your truest self.
yes, I think it's who I've always been.
Okay.
What I used to, not that I ever want to see animals hurt or anything like that, but I would look at, when I had my daughter, a cat, the cat that Jasmine had for years before she even met me, I was worried that cat was going to trip one of us and we were going to drop our daughter. And I was like, I don't care about animals. I just care about my child. Get the cat away from my daughter. It's not a part of our family. It's an animal. It doesn't matter. My feelings on that have fundamentally changed. I now
How so?
feel connected to every living thing in this world that we are just happen to be alive as a human form. They're alive as a cat form. That's alive as a tree form. And we're all kind of sharing
So
the
you
planet
feel like
together.
you've been enlightened because of your fashion change?
Yes, I feel like I've been enlightened because of dressing like Robert De Niro and Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Jimmy Conway. But I think that I do feel strongly now. Not that I want a pet in the house, but to say that so and so's they're saying their cat or dog is their child and it's really not. It is. To some people it is, and you have to just be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because we're all on this planet. We're all sharing the same energy of the planet.
One time, like 20 years ago, Gatto used to live in Queens, and he had an apartment with my other friend, Joe the Fish.
Are you saying Joe the Fish and then Joe Gatto, which is cat in Spanish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gatto comes home one day. He blows like $3,000 on an African gray parrot out of nowhere. He comes home. He's got a fucking parrot that lives 80 years commitment, and he's got the cage for it. And the whole setup was $3,000. And this is 20 years ago when we're not making that kind of money.
Yeah.
And when I get to his house, and he goes, "I want to show you something. What I got." And he goes into his office. There's a cage like literally 6 feet high, and in it is a goddamn bird that big. I go, "What the fuck is that?" He goes, "This is an African gray parrot." I go, "Why?" He goes, I saw it. And it's fun. I go, "Well, what does it do?" He goes, "It'll learn up to 1,200 words." I swear to Christ, it lives 80 years. It'll learn up to 1,200 words. Here's the caveat. If it catches a draft, it dies. I swear to God.
Really?
If he leaves the window open and the shit catches a draft, he'll walk in. It'll be dead in the morning. It lives 80 years unless there's a cold draft in the room. Okay, he had the thing like 3 years. The thing attacked me. Apparently he had the wings clipped, right? But I would walk by, and he would take it out and put it on top of the cage so it could have like
be free out there,
right? So I would walk by, and it was in the hallway. I walked by, and I would look, and every time I looked, it just lunged at me, and it would fly, but his wings were clipped, so it would make it like 5 feet. I would scream, I swear to God, and move, and it would hit the wall and fall down. He gave it away for free about 3 years later. After 3 years, the thing's supposed to learn 1,200 words. The only thing it did was go. That's it. Not a fucking word.
Not one word.
A syllable.
$3,000 on it, and if it gets a draft, it's dead.
80 years in lifespan. If it gets a draft, it dies.
Do you think it's alive right now?
I mean, it would only be 20 years old. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's a kid.
It's just about to get it has fake ID.
Yeah. It's literally a kid.
Can you Google African gray parrot?
Yeah, I want to see what this looks like.
I'm like, that's a bad investment. Like, you imagine
there we go, African gray parrot.
70 years and all of a sudden it catches a draft.
Is this what it looked like when you saw it?
Yeah, that's fucking what it looked like. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Maximus.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
It's solid. Would you eat parrot? Do you think they eat parrot? Or parrot's edible?
When I was little, parakeets were the rage.
Oh, parakeet.
Parakeet.
Is a parakeet a small like a miniature version of a parrot?
I don't think it grows up to be a parrot. I think it's like an offshoot of a parrot. And they do tweet, 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 and then you have to put the friggin' shades down at night. Otherwise, it doesn't go to sleep.
It won't go to sleep.
You have to drop a shade over it so that it gets dark, so it knows to shut up.
Really?
Yeah. Otherwise, that thing will tweet into the night
all day.
Yeah.
Now, I can't believe we went an hour into this episode without acknowledging that yesterday was International Women's Day, and I want to just give a quick happy International Women's Day to all the international women out there.
Yeah.
Venetia, our moms.
That just doesn't mean worldwide women. It means women that aren't here.
I think it means
international women. So not national.
Is it
women?
not counting Americans?
I thought international women just meant worldwide.
Like everybody.
Yeah, because aren't we international to people not in our nation?
Right, but we're sitting in our nation, so I'm wondering if to us we're saying Happy International Women's Day to non-American women.
Meaning we are, because they're not international here, but over there they're wishing our women.
Somebody in Canada
you can't wish your women here an International Women's Day.
I'm international to someone in Canada or Mexico, so they might be wishing our women happy, International Women's Day, but we can't. You know what I mean?
But Venetia is an American citizen
Greek.
Living here.
Venetia is Greek, though.
But that's her ethnicity, not her nationality.
By the way.
She's dual citizenship. So you do get it. You're one of the few that live here and get it.
And you get it. So you're
the international.
It's applying to one passport of yours.
Right.
This Happy International. And
by the way, you have multiple passports and stuff. Oh wow, you'd be like a spy.
She is like a spy.
Yeah.
And by the way, I can't believe we went 20, 30 minutes with the sheep lamb conversation, and we didn't ask Venetia the Greek, who is a professional with sheep and lamb.
Oh yeah.
She's Greek.
Oh yeah. What about it?
What's the difference between sheep and lamb?
That's a great question.
You don't know?
I don't know.
What about a goat?
I don't know.
A goat is not the same.
I feel like they're all the same.
Goat are in the hills, and you pet them, and they eat garbage.
Yeah. Do you know what grandmother is in Greek? It's a fun one.
Okay.
Yaya.
Oh, Yaya. Yeah.
I think Yaya's the best grandmother name.
Yaya, that's
Nona's
so fun.
Abuelita's fun. Grandma is kind of
yeah.
Nana, Nanny, no. Grammy, it's fine. Yaya.
Yeah, we call my grandmother a bunch of. Well, my mom's side, we call her Nanny when we were little, but a lot of my cousins call her Graham Dukes.
Graham, and that's the name, Graham Dukes.
Yeah, but it's not her name. Her name is Lydia. But
right.
shout out, Graham. My
Lydia,
grandma
by the way,
just turned 92.
By the way, the two best old people names for a woman, Lydia; for a man, George. George and Lydia. That's a powerful grandparent couple.
I love Lydia. George, I got to come around on.
Our next guest, Hank Sinatra's real name is George.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, you might have said that. Let's talk to him about it.
I want to talk to him about how he's got an old ass man's name.
Okay. We feeling good?
I feel good. I feel good. I'm going to be honest with you. I woke up this morning. I was still actively drunk from the night before.
Yeah.
But I feel like I did what I could. I still feel like I have energy. But
You're not hitting the wall yet.
No, I'm not hitting the wall, but I'm starting to get a headache where I just know that I drank too much.
Hydrating? I haven't seen you drink a sip. Okay. Is that coffee? I don't
This is
think
my
that's
urine.
I don't think that's going to do it.
This actually, yeah, coffee. Anything that's not water dehydrates you. How wild is that? Anything that's not water actually dehydrates
Is that
you
true?
from a molecular point of view.
Because I read somewhere that now they're saying there's water in every drink, and if you're drinking another drink, there's still water in it. You're still getting hydrated.
Well, the information you got is bogus.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, if you're not drinking anything,
But that's a diuretic as well, no?
yeah.
So you're going to do peeps,
I'm gonna do peeps
which
now.
makes you less hydrated.
Do we have water in here, Venetia? Venetia's got water.
All right, this pipe's in here. We could get water.
Why the hell not?
Yeah.
I'll drink. Here's what you need to know about me. I'm a guy. I will still to this day drink from any faucet in New York City. If you gave me a cup, I drink from this bathroom faucet. No problem. Not even think twice about it. But I will not eat a blueberry that's one day expired.
Wow.
That's how I roll.
Just because.
Yeah.
Blueberries can be suspect because you could look in there and see a whole bunch of good ones, but there's still old jacked ones in there.
Right.
Like one could be perfect and one could have all that shit on it, and you don't know. You just toss them in your mouth and you want to just be willy-nilly about it.
Right.
You want to be will-nil when you eat the bloobs.
Right.
You're going to get a bad bloob. So I understand why you do that. This has been Hey Babe.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away